2012 and a young, vibrant woman is scrolling through her BlackBerry Messenger, BBM chats. She's just made some new friends online, a group of guys who seem cool, friendly, and professional. She's thinking, finally, people who understand the hustle, entrepreneurs just like me. But little does she know, these friends are planning her murder. This is the story of Cynthia Osokogu, a woman whose trust in friendship led her straight into a deadly trap. Cynthia was everything you'd call goals. A 24-year-old graduate of National State University. She was smart, she was hardworking, she was full of life. She had dreams bigger than her hometown in Delta State. She was a big dreamer, and she was the kind of person who would post motivational quotes on her BBM status while working overtime at her boutique in Abuja. Oh, and she wasn't just about her business. She loved fashion. She had plans to grow her boutique into a full-fledged fashion empire. Her friends described her as ambitious, she was kind, she was funny. She was the kind of person who would go out of her way to help you. That was Cynthia. In July 2012, Cynthia got chatting with two men on BBM, Okumo Echezona Wabufo and Ezike Olisa Eluka. They claimed to be entrepreneurs like her, talking about collaborations, investments, ways to grow her business. You know, the kind of thing that would attract a girl like Cynthia. Now imagine someone telling you, we can help you source cheaper goods in Lagos. Just come over and we'll connect you with the suppliers. Sounds legit. They were friendly. They seemed, harmless. And Cynthia, being her ever-trusting self, decided to meet them. On July 22nd, 2012, she boarded a flight to Lagos with dreams of expanding her boutique. What she didn't know was that these two men, they were not businessmen. They were predators, and they were out to take her life. Cynthia checked into the Cosmilla Hotel in Festac, Lagos. It was supposed to be a simple trip, meet the suppliers, make arrangements, fly back to Abuja. But when she arrived, Okumo and Ezike were waiting. According to later reports, they drugged her with Rohypnol, which is known as the date rape drug. It's a sedative often used to spike drinks. Cynthia was helpless at this point. She was overpowered. These men tied her up, they gagged her, and they took her life in one of the most callous ways imaginable. And the worst part, they did it all for her belongings. Just her phone, her cash, a few items from her luggage. It wasn't a lot, but they took her life for it. Cynthia's parents knew something was wrong when she stopped answering their calls. This wasn't like her. When they call, she picks up her phone. That's just how it goes. They reached out to the police and an investigation began. It didn't take long to track down her killers. BBM chats, phone records, CCTV footage from the hotel. All of that was used to track these men down, and the police discovered that these men were part of a larger criminal syndicate. They target women that they meet online, and they lure them to places where they attack them. When the news broke, Nigerians were furious. Social media was flooded with messages like, how could someone do this? She trusted them, for God's sake. Ladies, be careful who you meet online. Evil people are everywhere. Justice for Cynthia. These monsters deserve to rot in jail. Everybody was in unison. This case unfortunately dragged on for years. But in 2017, finally, justice came. Both of them were sentenced to death by hanging. The judge didn't mince words, calling their actions heinous and barbaric. But here's the thing. While the sentencing brought some closure, it didn't bring Cynthia back. Her family still mourns the loss of their daughter, their sister, their light. Her friends miss her. Her business, of course, shut down. Cynthia's case sent shockwaves across Nigeria. It changed the way people viewed online relationships. Parents warned their kids, don't trust strangers online. Hotels started tightening security, and women especially became more cautious about meeting people that they didn't know. But here's the question to think about. Was it really about the internet? Or was it about the greed and evil that already existed in these men? Should we blame the internet? Should we really? It's just something to think about. Cynthia Osokogu was a young woman with dreams, taken away by people who saw her as nothing more than a target. Her story is a heartbreaking reminder to be cautious, but also a call to demand better systems to protect the vulnerable. So what do you think? Do you believe justice was served, or do you think there's more we could be doing to prevent crimes like this from happening? This is True Crime with Rennie. As usual, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, trust is precious. See you in my next episode.